What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I want to talk to you about Lilium, tickers LILM. This has been on my radar for a very long time because I think in general this sector is going to be huge, and a pre-existing company such as Lilium will benefit significantly. Just in the short term, it's gone through a lot of pain, as you can tell based on the 1-year chart. But fundamentally, today I want to talk on what the data points are saying, where it might be going from here, and if right now is a good time to buy. But before I get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. And without further ado, let's get right to it. So as of right now, Monday morning, currently down 5%. There is a lot of volume getting in though, so that's could be seen as a positive sign. So 987,000 shares being traded so far within the first hour and a half of the trading day, whereas 1.2 million is the average. Still relatively low for an average though, so that's something that you need to factor in because you always want liquidity, and whenever there's a little bit lower volume, is more prone to manipulation, aka shorts. So I'll give you guys an update on that in a second. But as far as dark pool transactions and secondary market, nothing really substantial to talk on. Similar to options activity. Options activity for the most part is just dead, kind of. And based on this, I like to look at companies as far as what their balance sheet shows, just to see about their health and whatnot. So balance sheet highlights based on their last earnings: cash equivalent, short-term investments, 225.55 million. Total long-term investments, 16.79 million. Total debt, 12.34 million. And as far as what they are burning, they're currently burning 262.88 million just from operations. So like I said, I think this is where it's having a little bit more of a short-term pain. And of course, no investor wants dilution by any means, but it does insinuate based on just their balance sheet that most likely they will be needing money, and a lot of it. And until this whole kind of sector explodes, which could be coming fairly soon, I think this is going to be a little bit more of a pain in that regard. But keep in mind, just because a company does have dilution doesn't mean it's a bad company fundamentally. Every company needs money. So just be aware of that. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own due diligence at the end of the day. Based on this, though, some analysts do seem to really like it. So the latest ratings, there is Oppenheimer, which did give a $5 target, and this was on December the 7th. Also on December the 7th, Barclays, a $1 target, so that's pretty substantial. So they did downgrade it. Previously was 2, it looks like. There's Piper Sandler, $7. At the end of the day, though, I think there is a lot of good upside with Lilium. Just analysts are hit and miss, and I think that could be said for almost every new sector that is really underdeveloped. So I think this is where Lilium does get involved in, but this has been on my radar for a while now. So if you do want a little bit more further updates on, for instance, Lilium, let me know in the comments below, but I will give you a quick update as far as what is happening with shorts. So currently short score 64, utilization 33.39. As far as what shorts are currently doing right now on the Monday, increasing 30,000 shares, but short interest is only roughly about 4%, 5%. So that's actually a pretty positive thing, that they're not really trying to bring it down or manipulate it, because like I said, normally lower volume is a very good indication that shorts can, and an open door for shorts to come in, but not necessarily in this case. So as well, like I mentioned as well, I want to go over if this is a good time to buy and what the technicals are saying. So based on the technicals right now, things are looking fairly kind of sketchy. And what I mean by that is currently below all the main pivot points, more specifically the 50-day moving average, lower percentile of the Bollinger Band. RSI is currently 33, so fairly neutral. Stochastic is currently at 18. So in that regard though, it's a little bit more oversold. Momentum number retail investors for the most part have been getting out almost since the 31st of January, but still at the end of the day, I think no matter what though, with interest rates increasing and them needing money at this stage in the game, there's going to be a lot of dilution, mostly in the next couple of quarters. So of course that could really influence a stock like this. And as well, it is getting to a very interesting pivot point because NASDAQ does require companies to stay above the $1 threshold. So it's getting to an interesting time period. So let me know your thoughts on all of that in the comments below. And like I said, if you guys want a little bit more further updates or reoccurring updates on Lilium, let me know in the comments below as well. I actually did make a position in Lilium at around $1.50, I believe it is. So still at that stage, I saw it as a fairly good risk versus return. But of course, like I mentioned, this is a newer sector, so a lot of things will have to really develop and grow before you see some substantial gains. So let me know your thoughts on all of that in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. I always greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on Lilium.